Well, welcome back. We're looking at the third part of our introductory Stat 250 audio, introductory audios. We're going to be looking at StatsPortal. Now, when you register for the StatsPortal, please be careful as to how you access it. If you Google it, you might get a different edition of the book. So I suggest when you want to go to the StatsPortal, I've got a web link right here. And if you hit the web link, what it will do for you is it will take you right into the StatsPortal. So through this web link, it will take you right to the correct place, which is the StatsPortal. Now this is where you can either purchase an access code to the StatsPortal or you could register an activation code. In other words, if you had bought the book with the activation code, the bundle, this is where you would register that activation code. So I've got directions on Blackboard as to how to do this. On Blackboard, you would find those directions under Materials Needed. And in here, you would see in the what you need for the course, Materials Needed, in the folder that says StatsPortal, the directions on how to either register your StatsPortal activation code or how to buy an activation code on the StatsPortal. And when you buy it, it's automatically activated. To purchase access to the StatsPortal, what I would do is I'd hit that and this would appear. And in here you would select the state, which is Virginia. We're at George Mason, and then you choose the correct section because there's many sections. And so we're the distance learning, we're the DL1 online, and there I am. When you hit next, it's going to ask you to put your first and last name and an email address. As I've stated before, the email address that you should use should be your GMU email address. That way I can hook up the grades on StatsPortal easily with that on Blackboard. Put your password that you make up, retype your password, put a hint in, and then confirm the email address that you just wrote. When you hit next, it's going to ask for your credit card number, and then you'll be registered onto the portal. Now, if you just wanted to register an activation code, the process is very similar. You hit register, then you go and you put your activation code that you got when you bought that bundle, when you had the book in the bundle, or if you just bought the card itself. Put your first, last name, email address, your password, retype it, password hint, and all that. Confirm your email. And remember, use your GMU email. Select your state, which is Virginia. George Mason. And of course, we're the distance learning section. And then hit next. When you hit next, you'll be signed up into the portal. Once you're signed up into the portal, you can go and get into the portal. And I'm going to show you what you have in there. I'm going to have lots of sections in here. You'll see DL1 online. And this is the view that you'll see. Now, StatsPortal has a lot of wonderful features. And the first one here is this right here, the assignments. With the assignments, it will show you the assignments due in the next 7 days. Now as you start the semester, I don't have assignments due because I know each of you have to get registered into the portal and get used to the course and all the different things that you need. So our first assignments will be due in February. So when they come due in 7 days, you'll see them right here in this particular area. Now make sure that you're in the right course. You'll see that we're DL1, Stat 250 DL1, and my name. Now the tabs up above you can use to get to different places, and the first thing I'd like to show you is the calendar. On the calendar I have all the due dates of all your assignments. Even the mini tab assignment due dates are on here. So as you can see, the first time that things are due are the 10th of February. Now on the 3rd you see assigned quiz 1. That just means that's when you're going to see quiz 1. Because on the StatsPortal right now, in the assignments, you'll see every homework assignment and every post-test, but you won't see any quizzes because quizzes appear a week before they're due. So as you can see on the 3rd, the quiz is assigned, but it's actually due to be completed on the 10th. Now the due dates that you see here are the hard and fast last times that you can turn this in. I highly suggest you start these homework assignments much earlier. It seems like many things are due on one day, but all that means is that you have up until that day to do them. So we always suggest, as you learn something, do the homework assignments that go with it. When you're done the homework, do the post-test, and then you're ready for the quiz. So you can look throughout here, you'll see when everything is due. Now let's look at where you actually find the assignments. It's here on this page, and as I said, from the start of the semester you have every assignment and its due date already on the portal. So you can start all these. You could potentially do all of these if you wanted to, and do from the start of the semester. But again, you don't see any of the quizzes because the quizzes appear a week before they're due. So how do you do these? Well, let's say that you've already done the homework assignment and you're ready to do the post-test. So you'd go into the post-test, open it up, and you'd start working on it. So let's say you studied, and of course I'm just absolutely guessing, and I do this. And I complete it. Or let's just say I get a phone call and I want to stop. You can always save your answers, and it will save them. And then when you come back, you can finish them later. So you resume that. So you could finish up, so you could do some of these before, the ones that we've worked on, and then just come back and complete them as you've learned it. So I put these in, and I hit submit. And I will automatically be given my grade, and I'll know exactly which ones I got wrong. And then I have to work at trying to get the right answers for this. I guessed poorly. 7 were missed, so I made a 30. So I'd have to go back and see, what did I do wrong? And then I can retake the post-test. And what's nice, and we'll talk about this in the syllabus, is that you can take the post-test as many times as you like. And we take the highest grade. So the best grade that you got is what is recorded. So you can do it as many times as you like. You have the same option for homework. But I suggest that you try to get the homework right the first time because they're long, and if you have to redo it, the questions remain the same, yes, but just doing them again and filling it in might take some time. So try to get it right the first time. Learning curve is a great feature. If you're having trouble with a particular chapter, you could go into that chapter, and what happens is it gives you questions, and you can't go to the next question until you learn the concept that helps you with the next question. And so this will give you extra work if you're having some trouble. The grade book obviously will tell you your grade. You have different resources, tutors, and things like that you could go to. And then the e-book. And if you don't want a hard copy of the book, here's the e-book. It has everything that the real book has. And it's got some pretty nice features in it. So you can go into here, and you can do highlighting, or you can do sticky notes. Well, how do you find these things? Well, you go into the ebook tools, and you can do whatever you want in here. So you can add highlights if you want to add highlights. So, whatever, if you wanted to highlight a phrase. Or if I wanted to do that sticky note, again, I would go into here, and I could put a sticky note wherever I'd like. And we'll do it here, and if I put something in here, whatever it would be, and I could put the sticky note wherever I like it in here. And as you can see, you have data sets in here, and if you have trouble with the concept, you even have, where's the tutor? Stat tutor, where you'd listen to, and you'd listen to someone talk about that particular section. Well, that does it for StatsPortal, except for talking about the quiz, where the quiz, when it does appear, you have up to 3 times to take it, and it will take the average of the 3 times that you take it. So if you take the quiz 1 time and get 100, you ought to stop. If you get a 50, you might want to take it 2 more times to try to lift that grade. But it will take the average up to 3 times of you taking the quiz. Well, thank you, and I will talk to you in the next introductory segment.